Good afternoon, Levine Children's. We are live at Seacrest Studios with very, very special people. So we have McKenzie Faggart, Miss North Carolina 2016, and Katie Webb, the Children's Miracle Network 2016-2017 champ. Woo! And her mother. I'm going to have you go ahead and introduce yourself as well.
Hey, I'm Leanne,
Hey,
aka Sarah and Katie's mother.
Awesome. So you guys are just very inspirational people, all three of you. And I want to hear about your stories and how you're involved with Children's Miracle Network.
Okay, so as Miss North Carolina, I have the honor of being like a statewide ambassador for Children's Miracle Network through the Miss America organization. And so it's a lot of fun traveling to the Children's Miracle Network hospitals that we have in North Carolina. I visited Greenville and I visited here, and I think we have one more in Asheville. So I'm excited to eventually get to visit the Asheville Hospital. I think that's coming up soon. And so I've had the honor of coming here. We came here for the Christmas function that we had, and I've come here in the past as a previous title holder. So it's been a lot of fun being able to have a connection with the Levines, because I'm so thankful for what they do for the kids, and thankful for what Children's Miracle Network does as a whole, for sure.
Wonderful. We're happy to have you. And tell me about your guys' journey.
Do you want to tell them what your job is? Okay, let Heather tell them what your job is. You have a big job. Can you tell them what your job is? You're what? You're a champion for kids? Katie is the Children's Miracle Network champion. Much like McKenzie, she represents every single kid in the state of North Carolina that needs advanced medical care.
It's a big job.
It's a huge job. In fact, we rally around the kids and we pray for them and we work really hard for them, not only in the local, the state, and now even the national, in national ways. She is quite an inspiration. We've spent lots and lots of time here. Katie's had 6 surgeries under her belt, and we spent probably hundreds of nights here. But she also has lifelong, life-threatening medical needs. So we will always need the care of this hospital. And with her cleft, she has a cleft lip and palate. That alone is an 18-year process. So we know just us alone are going to need the care. So what we do is we educate people on how important Children's Miracle Network is. In fact, we learn more and more every time we're patients. Basically, what happens is, and I know parents and maybe caregivers, I don't know if they can see this little thing, but this is a little Children's Miracle Network balloon. And it's on every single piece of equipment in this hospital that Children's Miracle Network donations purchased, which is huge. On our last visit, 3 pieces of equipment had that on it in our one room. That is amazing. So, you think about it and you go through the grocery store line or you go to check out and you see this Children's Miracle Network balloon and you think, oh my goodness, does that really stay local? It does. It stays here. It helps our kids and it makes sure that they have the best care possible.
That is incredible. I mean, we're so thankful for Levine Children's being able to get these donations from Children's Miracle Network, and for you guys, making sure that everyone knows about it and knowing about that brand. So I want to know where you guys derive your strength. Sometimes days can get really tough, and where do you get that inspiration?
Well, as Miss North Carolina, I know that I was a little kid once, and I looked up to Miss North Carolina like no other. I remember my very first Miss North Carolina that I met, and broken corn. And so I just think back to those types of times where I saw Miss North Carolina, or I saw someone that I looked up to. And now that I wear this crown and sash, I think about things that I can do for those little kids that were the first time they meet Miss North Carolina, or the first time they see me, or whatever they say to me. It's really inspiring to me to see them, because that's what drives me. That's what makes me want to continue to. We have 4 points in the crown and 1 is service, style, scholarship, and success. And so I really focus on service because it's so important. I only have a year to have this crown and sash, and it's so much more than just waving and smiling for pictures. It really is about service. And so I take every opportunity that I have, or that I can, to be able to serve and meet every little kid that I possibly can, and meet champions like Katie, and really get to know her and girls and boys like that, because I think it's important. that's what makes my year memorable for me, but also for others to leave a legacy so that the next girl I crown wants to do the same thing. And so that's where my inspiration and my strength comes from, is just knowing what this title represents and what it means, and what I can do to fundraise for Children's Miracle Network, and what I can do to be able to give back to not only my community but my state.
Absolutely, and being able to tell Katie's story to other people when you have that platform.
Exactly.
To be able to inspire other people with Katie's story. And for you guys, what is your strength?
Katie, who makes you big and strong?
God.
He gives us strength where we don't think we have it. We're deep in faith, and we have lots of friends and family who rally around us, just like we try to do for other patients. And then, we have the opportunity to see patients that are going through so much, what in our minds is so much harder than what we're going through. And they find strength somehow in some way. And it's almost contagious. You see them and your kids are like, I'm a fighter, I'm gonna fight. You become an instant advocate. You learn to fight. You put on those boxing gloves right there in the NICU with those nurses and those neonatal doctors. They care for our children so much. It gives you a drive to.
That's wonderful. And what kind of advice would you give to other families or other patients that are dealing with something similar?
Everyone has a different journey, and everyone has a different path to walk. For some, they do have that strength and faith in that family and friends, and then we have an amazing team in place here called the Child Life. They are incredible. Children's Miracle also helps take care of the Child Life department. They come in and they help us through some of the hardest, scariest moments of our lives. We're going through something that we can't explain. We can't even think about waking up the next day and facing. And they come in with a smile, they come in with a toy, and they greet you, and they explain things to you in a way it makes sense, and they just kind of support you, and that support's huge.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to kind of end on a lighter note. I would love to know what your guys' favorite Disney character is and why, because we're going to segue into a really fun Disney game.
Oh boy. Who is your favorite Disney character? Owlette. Do you know with PJ Masks?
Ooh, tell me about Owlette.
He have owl wings and he come out at night.
Oh, it comes out at night. Okay, awesome. I need to learn more about Owlette here.
PJ Masks are they are kids who become superheroes at night. So that is why they are wearing their jammies, and they go and are superheroes in their jammies. Hence PJ Masks. They wear masks, and Owlette is red. You learn a lot when you have kids, and she has a red owl cape and a red face, and then there's Owlette, Cowboy, and Gecko. Those are the good ones.
And the girl in Romeo and
I think that is
they
so
are a
fitting.
bad guy.
They're the bad guys.
I love this. And that's so perfect because you are a superhero here for all of us. You inspire us, so.
I thought a wet costume.
Ooh, got an Owlette costume? We're going to have you come back in that. I think that'd be pretty neat.
Yes.
And what about you, McKenzie? Do you have a favorite Disney character?
My favorite Disney character is probably Belle. I actually had a yellow dress when I was a teen that looked like Belle, and I had really dark hair. And so I just always been in love with Princess Belle, of course. And with the new movie coming out, I'm so psyched to go see it. Are you going to go see the new Beauty and the Beast movie? Are you excited about it?
So we saw the previews when we watched Moana, huh?
Yeah,
Did you like Moana?
yeah.
Oh
I
my
didn't
God.
like fire.
There was a fire monster, but she became nice, right? Right.
Oh, good. Good.
I told Nina about it.
She told Nana about it today at her house.
Oh, that's wonderful. I
I
love it.
was being a day at her wife, my mother, and they're like a mother
Got a haircut.
Well, we can't thank you guys enough for being here today at Seacrest Studios. It means a ton to us, and I just want to know if there's anything you want to leave with our patients before we start planning our next meeting.
You want to say anything to the kids out there that